This is the drawing I'm looking at today in my sketchbook. I'm going to show you the process and then I'll come back at the end and talk about what I think was successful about it and what didn't work. Okay, here's the process. So I'm drawing this little row of shops and the coloured buildings above them, going in directly with watercolour and starting in the middle of the block and in the middle of my page as well. I'll use this to draw the rest of the things from. So looking back up again to see what to do next, I'm going to go on either side, the green and the blue, the tops of the building, leaving out the window spaces but trying to be sort of accurate where they would be. Use the first shape as the one and then work from that either side. Now I'm looking at the top line of the building to see how that goes. It sort of like steps down, so I'm adding that. Some of the details of the shops and then starting to add in some of the people as well. Always looking, sort of 90% looking, 10% drawing. It's quite a good percentage with your time. And then I added some parasols, trying to indicate some other people, and some of the background as well. And I think this is where I stopped when I was actually on location. So you've seen how I created the sketch. I thought I'd talk about a couple of things. The first thing was I stopped because I was a bit frustrated with it because I thought this part wasn't working. I didn't think I drew these particularly well. They weren't that well observed. There were lots of chairs here in this area and I couldn't find a way, or I couldn't think of a way at the time how I was going to draw them in the book, so I decided I was just going to do one, and then I don't think it's particularly well drawn. There was also a lot of things happening here and yeah, I wasn't really sure about how I was going to do those. The people, again, these chairs, they were white and you could see the colour of the clothing through. They're not too bad, obviously the legs are a bit iffy, quite like the dog. I just put in this part, there was another building here, so I wanted to show that there was something further on. I think probably the most successful part is the blind. I don't know, I didn't actually draw it, it was one of those bits I left out. And I feel you get the idea of the shadow underneath. There probably maybe should be a bit of shadow there as well. I started to go wrong with this part. This was why I sort of like felt that this part was quite well observed, but as we went off here, I didn't, because I wasn't drawing everything that was there, and I was trying to be selective, and it didn't seem to work in the end. I quite like the colours. I think the colours are quite like they were in the little row of buildings. Obviously I could have done more for the windows, but I felt that was sort of enough, so I didn't mind that bit. There's a place called Belsize Park, which is in North London. This was a little, it's called Belsize Terrace, a little sort of like square or a triangle of little shops. It's quite pretty, and it's a very nice area. There's lots of mews, houses as well. It's not particularly busy, so it's quite a nice place to draw. So if you're in London, I think it's quite a nice place to visit. Anyway, thank you for having a look. I hope to see you next week.